Test.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to this live stream on Facebook and YouTube, live from East Central Hornet Stadium here on the campus of East Central High School. My name is James Bryan, along with my colleague Barry Huff. Say hi, Barry.
Hi, Barry.
This is our first opportunity to bring you games live through these venues, Facebook and YouTube. Barry and I have done some announcing here at our live events, but never on a live stream per se. So we'll see how it goes. We did get a little bit of experience on our JV and freshman games earlier this evening, Barry.
Which was actually fun. This is going to be a little different experience. What happened at the first two games, we had the JV on one side of the 50 running their plays, and we had freshmen for both teams on the other side. This one is going to be a full field with actual referees. Last time around, of course, for those people who are used to scrimmages, it were the coaches who were referees. A lot of times, the referees will actually bring huge crews and use these scrimmages as a learning ground or a proving ground of sorts for new officials. But it looks like our guys are getting ready to line up. Notice on the stands, it's not sparsely attended, but on the stands themselves there are stickers, like in sets of 4. Each athlete will be given 4 tickets, allowing to bring their families to the stadium. And so we're practicing. So there's lots of social distancing, both on the visitor side and this side. But now we're looking at the middle field. We see the head coaches of both teams doing final sets of instructions about how things are going to run today.
Coach Joe Hubbard for the East Central Hornets. We do not, or do we, Barry? Do we know the name of the Brennan head coach?
We'll get that. I can get that for you.
Matter of fact, if any of you out there on Facebook and YouTube know Brennan's head coach name, then you're our favorite viewer for tonight.
That's right.
Someone post up the Brennan head coach's name if you know it out there. We'd like to announce it for them.
Now, speaking of Brennan, of course, has the exact same colors as East Central. You're going to see that today. What is it? What's the coloring for us today?
Well, it's gold and black and gold. So East Central tonight is in the black jersey, wearing gold numbers with those black jerseys. They're on the near sideline, of course. And Brennan will be in the gold jerseys with black numbers on the far sideline. We do have a third uniform crew, those being the officials tonight. We do have an official crew for tonight's game.
Now, there will be 4 segments in which both teams will run 12 offensive and defensive plays. It looks like East Central is going to be the first, running their first 12 plays first. There are going to be 4 segments of the scrimmage format. Then there's going to be a 5th segment with a live running clock, and then a 6th segment, if there's time, where it's a running clock. In 6 potential total segments.
And each segment will start at the 35-yard line. Not sure if we're going to be switching ends of the field. For now, we're at the north end of the beautiful Hornet Stadium. Newly refurbished field, new track. Some great stuff done here at Hornet Stadium, Barry.
It really is. Oh, and look, I'm looking at it right now. It does look like they're still going to run. We're going to have 2 separate fields. We're going to have 1 versus 1, the 1s versus the 1s, and the 2s versus the 2s. First groups against each other, second groups versus each other.
So let's take a look at the right end of your screen. Started off with a nice running play for the goal team, that being the Brennan Bears. Number 4, their quarterback, which reminds me, Barry, we do not have rosters this evening.
That's true.
Do not try to pick out your favorite player's number and remember it for the rest of the season because it may change. These, as far as I know, are practice jerseys, so no numbers, no names tonight to go with those numbers at least.
But they are keeping down and distance, so again, you'll have 4 plays to get first down. Really 3 plays to get first down, and so they'll do an automatic punt. But if you do not get first downs, they'll go ahead and bring the ball back to the 40-yard line.
As Barry said, we do have a split game, I guess you could say. So we will be jumping back and forth from the north end of Hornet Stadium. That's the left side of your screen. Down to the south end. That's the scoreboard end for those of you familiar with Hornet Stadium. We'll be jumping back and forth, watching both sets of plays going on.
Well, that's interesting. I'm looking at the right side of the field. It looks like there is a bit of confusion. They're going to fix some things up. Things are a little slow. It's probably the referees or the officials need to get things under control, but it does look like the north end zone is ready to go. And I believe the north end zone, those are first units versus first units. Caden Bosenko under center.
We do know that the quarterback is Caden Bosenko in the yellow jersey for the Hornets. What is he wearing tonight? Number 5, maybe. I believe that's his regular number. Handoff to the running back. Big power run to the left side of the line. Pickup of about 3 yards for that running back number 1 he's wearing.
Brought down just about everybody on Brennan, but that was a nice, tough run. Gain of about 3.
Bosenko, the quarterback, actually wearing number 9 tonight. I do believe his regular jersey number is 5. I don't know if you remember.
I believe that's right too, James.
So Bosenko in a deep set, which is what the Hornets have been running all night tonight. Looks right to the single receiver, number 72.
I believe that might be it. Might be Anston Kelly right there.
Once again, fans, we don't have a roster with names, but by the look and build of that receiver, big, tall receiver, Anston Bryant Kelly, we were assuming.
I believe he might be 6'4", good player for the basketball team. And that quarterback in front of him who's playing inside leverage might be at a disadvantage, but we'll see.
That corner is dropping off of Bryant Kelly right now, giving us some space. Let's see what Bryant Kelly does. Not important because this time the running back takes it, swings around to the left side of the line, and maybe a pickup of 1.
East Central, even though they have wide receivers wide right and wide left, East Central sets up the throw with the run. There are lots of running plays, lots of different sets that look like they're going to throw, but they normally end up in run, and they catch you off guard with a long throw with play action pass.
Absolutely, and we've mentioned already Bryant Kelly a couple of times this evening. Former student of mine, love the kid, and I would love to see him catching some passes this year. He might do it this year, Barry.
I believe so, too. I also had him I teach at the middle school, had him in my language arts class.
All right, so we notice right there, fans, we got one hand from the defender on quarterback Bosenko, and the play was called dead. Of course, those are measures to protect the quarterbacks this evening. So it looks like just a single touch by a defender on the quarterback will render the play dead.
Makes a lot of sense.
We're focusing on the north end. That's where our starting quarterback, Caden Bosenko, is set up. We'll get some action from the south end of the field here shortly as well.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Receiver does catch the ball.
This is so exciting. You're just standing there.
Those are basically East Central running plays. They do like to run a lot, but the throws are normally laterally, and then they'll just run as soon as they make plays after they catch the ball. Again, those short plays basically work like running plays for the Hornets. Short passes in the flat with occasional deep shots.
And that's exactly what that was, just a little 1-yard pattern, if you even want to call it that, in the flat. Quarterback hits the receiver and then sees what can be done after that. Bosenko behind the center, looks left to the same receiver, tipped around by the linebackers, perhaps the safety there, number 10.
Little safety came up, snuck up, read the play really good, cheating a little bit up. That safety is going to be exposed later on, but he almost intercepted that pass.
And Barry, we should probably be very careful when we're naming our certain starters. As far as I know, no permanent decisions have been made by the coaching staff as
that is true.
Starting. So let's be careful who we name as starting players here.
That is absolutely true. Although Dave Campbell's high school football did announce some prominent players. Pass incomplete, overthrown.
To number
18, it looked like. Or is that 18 or 81?
It has an 8 in it. And that's the way it goes sometimes here from the booth, guys. Until we get used to these players, until we're able to see their names and their normal roster and jersey numbers, it's going to be tough calling these at times. Might be Chris Jones on that last reception attempt. Christopher Jones.
Ooh, trips right. 3 receivers to the right.
3 receivers to the right. Bosenko looks right. One of those receivers in motion. Pitch to that motion receiver, and he's brought down in the backfield by number 35 from the Brennan defense, along with number 10, the safety.
That was a good read by number 35. Little run blitz. It looks like on the weak side of the ball, they will sneak up an extra linebacker, giving their secondary freedom to make plays.
God. Jesus Christ.
Single receivers to each side. Got that H back again like the JV was running, Barry.
Right behind the left tackle.
Handoff to the running back in motion going right. Has plenty of blockers out there, but plenty of defense also to meet the running back. Pickup of just a yard or two.
It's interesting that they have that's the second time they run that little jet sweep. I guess that's going to be a staple of the offense. Again, short passes, jet sweeps, where the inside slot receiver will get the little pitch, a little forward pitch by the quarterback. Almost acts as a pass. Any ball that goes forward from the quarterback is considered a pass.
So we spent most of the evening calling our JV and freshman game. We did not have flags. I just noticed we do have flags on our sidelines today. So let's get some down and distance going here. Third down right there. Gain of about 4 to the 31-yard line. Brings up fourth down for the Hornets. What are we doing on fourth down on the scrimmage, Barry?
Fourth down, that's going to be an automatic punt.
Which means
it's going to go to the next series. So they're going to pretend like we punted, or in this case, it's just a new series that starts over again. They still have 12. They have 12 total offensive plays they're allowed to run in this first session.
Bosenko takes the handoff, sees the receiver deep for the Hornets. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, East Central.
That was a great pass, great catch. I don't know though. Looking back at the quarterback, maybe the defender was there to make a two-hand touch. Remember, they're not allowed to tackle a quarterback. But in any case, fantastic pass, exposing the cornerback, big tall receivers, easy pitch and catch.
The cheerleaders are here and all that.
I want to say let's look at the south end, but we got some action still going on in the north end. Let's see what Bosenko does with this snap. He drops back, looks for receivers, but takes the snap himself up the middle and out to the outside. Now, Bosenko wearing the exact same color jersey as the defense makes for an interesting call.
It's a little confusing, but the referees did a great job protecting the quarterback. As soon as he took off running, you heard the whistles. They weren't going to let him get hit, but that's what Caden can do. He can throw, but he's also smart. He sees open field. He's going to make some plays with his legs.
Let's take a look at the south end of the field. We got our other varsity squad down on the south end. That's the right end of your screen, I should say. If you're familiar with Hornet Stadium, that's the scoreboard end. Quarterback drops back, goes deep for a receiver in the end zone, but well covered. Slightly overthrown that time.
There's nothing doing there. Great defense. Good help over the top. Nice job by the safety. Cornerback didn't let his receiver run past him. Well done. I think that's the end of the first series for the group on the right side.
Group on the right side has ended their first series. We got 3 more series of the same length coming up. Same thing going for our north end of the field, it looks like. And time for coaches to get together, chat it over, make some decisions on what's going to go on for our next series. Again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our live stream, our first live stream ever here at East Central Stadium. Welcome all of you out of Facebook and YouTube watching this game live along with us. Barry Huff to my left, my color and commentator. I'm going to be calling the plays tonight, James Bryant, along with all of our staff here making things work electronically for you. Special thanks to Brennan, all of our district marketing communications specialist. Is that your correct title, Brennan? Director of Marketing Communications, for getting this all set up. Thank you for all involved in getting this web broadcast going. Picking in, Barry, who do you want to watch here?
Well, we spend a lot of time on the left side of the field. I think that we should. Oh! I was just going to say let's go to the right side of the field, but the defense makes a great interception. Big 95 not only tipped the ball, but made the interception. So, but at the same time, we should peek at the south end zone.
We should peek at the south end zone. Oh, my
gosh.
Loving what's going on at the north end, the left end of your stadium, but let's give some credit. Let's give some view time to our south end. Let's make something happen there, south end. Quarterback is, who's our quarterback number there?
He doesn't have a different color on. That's interesting. Number 46? Number 46 is the quarterback.
46 is the quarterback number. Gain of about 1 on the play. So we don't have any flags marking the south end. So we'll call out at least the yard mark. Ball on the 31-yard line. Hornets with number 46, the quarterback. Handoff to the quarterback, gets around the end of the right-hand side. Gain of about 3 on the play. Tackle made by number 8 for Brennan.
That is a great run. That little running back right there might not be tall, but he has good legs, good balance, able to drag a few defenders. Fantastic. Showing off his well-worked-on abs. But other than that, he did a great job on that run. There used to be a penalty having jerseys tucked under like that. I guess they let them do that during scrimmages. I'm trying to remember. Is this not Sanchez? Is it Frankie Sanchez? I can't. Miranda. I'm gonna make a now because they probably can hear the buzzer and stuff like that. Say they're working on. Oh, they always have that issue.
All right, looking at the north end, Brennan finds a receiver deep but overthrows him. Brennan quarterback number 3, wearing number 3 tonight, dressed in green to distinguish himself from the rest of the Brennan players. If you hear some buzzing going on here at Hornet Stadium, it's not the Hornets buzzing, it's our scoreboard acting up on us. Don't be alarmed. Everything's okay. All right, set up the north end once more.
Looks like the referee is the official timeout.
Referees have stopped the action for officials timeout.
Even if the clock is not working, what the referees often have, they all have timers that they will synchronize on the field of play. There'll be one referee making sure that the field time is the official time. Even with the scoreboard working, there's a referee taking care of that.
Brennan quarterback finds a receiver on the right-hand side for a nice toss of about 7 yards. Bring up 3rd down for the Brennan Bears.
I can't wait for it to get super close, like where my letterman. This is my name, and it's bedazzled. So cute.
Looking at the north end zone, that's a quarterback keep by the quarterback.
Brennan quarterback up through the right, a hole in the right side of the line. Picks up about 8 yards on the play. Down to the 15-yard line. First down for the Bears.
You can't.
Hand off to the running back. Big running back. Finds room on the left-hand side, but big hit by the Hornet defender in chase. Looks like number 4 on the left-hand side there with the tackle.
Good. Cornerback made a play off the ball.
Chasing the running back, catches up with him and drags him down from behind. Nice play by the corner.
It's nice because that running back looked like it was going to be a touchdown, but that defense collapsed at the right moment.
2 wide receivers, not too wide. The slot receiver goes in motion to the right, and the quarterback goes to the running back going left. Fumble at the end zone line.
You call it a touchdown?
Call it a touchdown. Brennan Bears with a touchdown, get across the end zone line and score.
Just a reminder, even if they score a touchdown, they're going to get the ball back because for this first set of possessions, each team is guaranteed 12 offensive plays. So it's time, and I guess it's time for Brennan to run their offense, of course.
And that is the indication from the referee. First down now at the 35-yard line. Brennan with 1 right, 1 left. Single running back in the backfield. 2 ends on the line, drop back off the line, Barry.
I think they're just really getting a play because it's called a wing T formation with one of the wing T's actually in.
That tight end goes in motion, toss to the running back, send it out left for a gain of 6 yards on the play. Call it 7 down to the 28-yard line.
That's an old school formation. 2 wings or 2 tight ends just off the line, just real close to the tackles. Old school play. Got some old school yardage.
Bring one in motion to the side where the running back is, and you have that extra blocker. Trips right now. Quarterback looks right, finds one of the short receivers, and he picks up yardage after the catch. Nice tackle on the play, but that's after a first down for Brennan. Down to the 19-yard line. Call it 1st and 10.
It's a good-looking drive so far for Brennan.
We have an official's timeout. We'll pause for just a moment.
I think they're still going to just go ahead and play on this side over here. They're going to continue playing on this side.
We'll take a look at the south end of the field now. Both of these teams are varsity teams. Split them up into the north end and the south end.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing that how excited the kids were to play. I mean, with all the restrictions, the kids still came out, did a great job, get ready.
Have not had a full summer of hot two-a-days, but yeah, they did get some practice in. Quarterback for the Hornets here on the south end overthrows the receiver, number 81. Ball still at the 35-yard line, which is where we're starting all drives this evening.
Yeah.
Keep our eyes on the south end. Again, that's the right end of your television screens or your cell phone screens if you are watching from your cell phone.
But that's all I knew.
Quarterback fakes the handoff to the running back, and he's met by only defenders.
That's an interesting design. Everybody was to the right. They faked it. They pulled a guard. Everybody thought it was a run. I thought it was a run and play, but unfortunately, Brennan did not.
Well, it did not look like the quarterback was looking to run left. He did look downfield looking for a receiver, but defensive players were in his face before he had a chance. 2 running backs now for the Hornets. Correction, 1 quarterback, 1 running back. Handoff to the running back. Finds room around the end. That's a big running back, and he makes a big play for the Hornets down to the 22-yard line.
And a fantastic block by the receiver. Again, receivers are not simply people who catch the ball. They are there to put great blocks on, as number 81 did. Without that block, that play maybe gets 5 yards, but because of his block, turned his hips towards the play side, that running back was able to get about 7, 8 yards.
We're still on the south end, right end of your viewing screen. Quarterback takes it, hands off to number 20 again. No, hits a keeper by the quarterback, runs straight ahead, but there are defenders in their place.
That was a fantastic read by the quarterback. The quarterback actually had an option. What he was doing was looking at that defender in front of him, that defensive end. He was trying to decide, should he go ahead and let the running back take it or keep it and make a run for himself? And he made the right call. This fantastic run, put his shoulder down, made some good yardage.
I would have liked to seen a running back go with him to the right and have that option as a pitch out as well.
I wonder.
Drop back. Oh! Looking deep, finds a receiver in the end zone. Oh! Off his fingertips. Off the fingertips of number 72. Deep throw into the end zone. He had him there, but your defender, let's get a number on that defender. He made an outstanding play.
Looks like he's number 33. 28.
33-28. Close enough, Barry.
28 is the official number. But it was a perfect call. They really set them up. Lots of run plays to the right side. One play after go to the right side. Got that defender, that cornerback looking inside to play the run, and that big receiver just blew past him. But he recovered pretty well.
Quarterback drops back, looks to receivers at the right-hand side, eyes that receiver. That corner, that safety there, that corner should have been just standing there waiting on it because that quarterback was eyeing the receiver the whole time.
There's a flag on the play, maybe a little tug.
If you're watching the north end of the field, Brennan, kicker, just kicks from 20 yards, successful. Are we just out there practicing kicking right now, Barry?
That's all they're doing. That looks like that is really just looks like a 30-yard field goal try. Oh, off the left, off right. None of the extra points will be contested once we have the live quarters or the live segments, which will be segment 6 or 4 and 5. All extra points will be uncontested. They'll look just like that. Just a deep snapper, the holder, and the place kicker. It looks like we're currently on our second segment of offense and defense for East Central.
So bring out the Hornets offense now. Bosenko, number 9 in the yellow jersey. 72, the receiver on the right side, we believe, is Anston Bryant Kelly. We're running with no rosters this evening, so that's just an educated guess. Can we identify anyone else there?
Maybe Tavion Lott, number 1.
Where is he, said Barry?
He's a running back. I believe he has the ball right now.
Yes.
Oh, good tackle. Submarine. Believe that's Tavion Lott.
The tackler, number 10, that safety again, is making a couple of plays this evening.
It's interesting that Bears defense is not big, but they are athletic. They move around all over the place. They give a lot of freedom to their linebackers. Looks like they have a 3-man front, but those inside backers make a lot of movement. Ooh.
Being defender comes up on the receiver on the left-hand side. Number 10, the receiver. Got 5-72 in the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, East Central.
Not even close. Again, the cornerback, what they'll have the cornerbacks do, they'll play inside leverage, meaning that they are on the receiver's inside shoulder, the shoulder closest to the line. But Bryant Kelly just ran right by him, ran the outside, ran the post. Perfect pass.
Post, almost a seam route, just up the hash marks there. And he just, like you said, a straight route, outruns the defender, and he's just waiting in the end zone for that pass. Beautiful pass by Bosenko.
Nice tall pass to a nice tall receiver.
Reset the series now at the 35-yard line. First down. Fumble on the play. Ball is loose. Call from the officials upcoming. no reaction from the players, so it looks like
it looks like number 69 for the for Brennan. Looks like he recovered that ball.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Hornets are getting the ball back. This is a scrimmage. They're going to run all the plays for this first part of the series. Bring in number 13 for the Hornets. He'll line up as that H-back that we referred to earlier, Barry.
That's right. Again, instead of a tight end, they have a H-back that is just lined up off the line.
And Hornets have gone to that set quite a bit this evening.
It's like a jet
26
sweep.
in motion, toss to him, and that sweep is going nowhere. 4 defenders there to meet the Hornet running back.
Now, if you have a big plotting defense, that jet sweep is going to be there. But Brennan, those are not plotting linemen. That jet sweep, they're waiting for it. They're waiting to just pounce on it. If that running back or if that split end can't turn the corner, they're just going to run laterally, and a quick defense is going to make our offense lose yards every time.
Like to see Bosenko follow that runner and then maybe pass.
We'll see.
The rollout.
Maybe like a run-pass option. That's a good idea. We'll see what happens.
This time handoff up the middle. Number 3 or maybe perhaps number 1, the running back, whoever it is, he just picked up 8 yards for the Hornets.
I believe that's number 1 again. I believe that could be Tavion Lott. I could be wrong there, but that was a fantastic run. Little shifty action. Those feet chopping a little bit, doing a great job making sure to keep his balance. Still at the same time, very quick.
Once again, those of you fans watching from home, we do have a split game here tonight. We'll refer to the north end, which is the left end of your screen, and the south end, the right end of your screen. Let's have a look. Let's keep on the north end. Bosenko back. Receivers in the end zone. Almost picked off by number 17 for Brennan. Three defenders back with the lone receiver in the end zone. Not much of a chance that defender will catch that one with 3 defenders all around him.
It's good that he has a lot of faith in his receiver. He put it up there for him, but there's too many gold jerseys.
Let's switch our view now to the south end of the field. Hornet Stadium scoreboard in, for those of you familiar with the Hornet Stadium. Right end of your screen. Brennan Bears in the yellow jerseys. Hornet defenders in black waiting for what's to come. Hornet defense playing shallow except for that one free safety. Oh, good decision by the Hornets, but that running back still makes it through. That's actually the quarterback on the keeper, number 4, for a gain of 6 yards.
That was a nice run, but a lot of times makes me wonder, because they are not allowed to go all out on the quarterback, if that would have been a tackle early on. Officials timeout.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm doing a little adjustments as I go.
Okay. So sorry.
Officials timeout. And we'll switch our view now to the north end of the field again.
So sorry.
Hornets in black, north end, left end of your screen, setting up on the 25-yard line. Do we have a different quarterback out there?
We do.
We do have a different quarterback.
I think it was the same quarterback that was on the south end zone.
I believe you're right. Quarterback makes the move to the left-hand side, counter the rest of the line. 46, is that our quarterback's number there? 46, 45?
46.
46.
Little different look than Caden, and maybe a little taller. Little little different type of quarterback. Caden, a little bit of a powerhouse. This one's long, lean, just different looks.
That's interesting. Our two receivers on the left-hand side just having a little chat with the receiver coach there. Interesting to see them working it out together. One receiver split way right to the right, two left. Quarterback drops back, takes the draw play, chooses to go left of the line instead of straight up the center.
Not afraid of contact, does not shy away. Almost like he's looking to run, where the coach is giving him one read, one receiver to look at. If that's covered, tuck that ball and run. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you get positive yardage like he's been able to do these past two downs.
South end of the screen, right end of your south end of the field, right end of your screen. Number 44, the quarterback for Brennan, looking sideline, looking for a play. Taking a while to get that play in. Two receivers left for Brennan, one receiver right, and the lone back to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback drops back. Number 4 tosses it, throws a rope to the receiver 10 yards deep.
Number 3 for Brennan.
Number 3 is the receiver for Brennan.
That was good blocking up front by the Brennan offensive line. We only sent 3, which is what you come to expect from East Central. We have 3 down linemen. He did a great job keeping him at bay. He threw a pass where only his receiver could catch it.
Right side of your screen, Brennan set up on the 5-6 yard line. Call it the 6. Quarterback keeper to the right-hand side. Looks like he had the option to toss it to the running back number 19, I believe, the running back 17. Had that option to toss out, kept him himself, and brought down by number 43 for the Hornets.
Previously, that play got some really good yardage for Brennan. East Central able to sniff it out, did a great job. Wonderful job by the running back, by the linebacker coming downhill.
Looks like we got trips right for Brennan. Right side of your screen, we're watching that squad. Trips left, I should say. Hornets have it covered with 3 defenders.
That's considered the strong side. We have the running back also on that side. Watch for the counter. Oh, East Central's in man.
Running back in motion, number 14, the receiver. Receiver in motion, 14. But Brennan runs left, quarterback keeper, tosses into the close to the end zone. What a tackle, though, by the East Central defender.
What a catch as well. Just right there, right in his chest. There's no dropping that ball. Right at the out-of-bounds line. Pass on the rope.
Looks like
beautiful play.
42 the corner, they're making the tackle. Maybe 44's got his jersey rolled up a bit there. Don't tell Coach.
Don't tell Coach.
Oh, yeah.
On the blitz.
Quarterback keeper, the blitz there to stop the quarterback up the middle.
Nice stop.
On a blitz, if the quarterback gets through there soon enough, Barry, he'll bypass those blitzing defenders, won't he?
That's true, but the good news is that it's goal line defense, so they have mostly down linemen, but they have the blitz coming off the left edge.
Brennan Bears have the ball at the 2 yard, call it. Hornets will stack up tight against the line of the Bears. Single coverage on the left-hand side of the Bears line. Right side for the Hornets.
The bunch formation on the right side of the line for Brennan.
And the quarterback finds a path through, left side of the line, straight through, no touch. Touchdown, Brennan.
So they had bunch on the right side. There's three receivers. And the strength was on the right side, but this play was designed to be a quarterback keep weak side the whole time. Have the East Central defense, they're leaning to one side and just choosing the right hole to just walk into the end zone.
Let's have a look at the East Central kicker practice. Whoa, it's a good one from the 25-yard line, right? 40-yard field goal when you add the end zone in. from my experience, East Central has always chosen the kickers from our fine soccer team here.
They're pretty accurate, too. We have pretty good ones.
Seems to be a winning formula. Pick a nice kicker from the soccer team to kick your footballs as well.
Sounds smart. It sounds smart. Now, and of course, they're athletes. Those guys can kick, but they can also run. They can also produce for special teams as well. What? Do they? It's gonna be the same thing because his voice is gonna be coming down anyway, and a lot of times the people at home are gonna be here. So it shouldn't be a problem. But we can't. Somebody's happy.
All right, fans, back with you. We welcome you again once to Hornet Stadium. We're just having a little chat with East Central Athletic Director Suzette Areola, who had great work in getting this all set up, along with our Marketing and Communications Director, Brandon Oliver. Thanks to both of y'all, along with Coach Hubbard and the rest of the staff here at East Central, for making all of this work.
I enjoyed listening to that YouTube live featuring Suzette Areola and Coach Hub. I learned a lot. No.
Let's have a look at the right side of your viewing screen, south end of Hornet Stadium. Quarterback hands out to catch the snap, tosses to the receiver in motion, fumble on the play, loss of 5 yards on the play.
Early on in the season, you're going to have these types of issues, these fumble issues. It's good to have them in the scrimmage. They'll be worked out, and those jet sweeps that we're looking at is going to be, again, a staple of the East Central offense. Not simply running backs. Everybody gets touches.
But we have to shift our attention to the north end of the field now after that play. We just had a big monster defensive hit on an attempted pass from number 3 from Brennan, but the defensive secondary from East Central came up on that play.
Those deep ends, those kids know that they're going to get hit, and the pass probably should have been caught, but a great hit by our secondary.
So you could have caught that pass and that hit.
I was a bench rider in every sport that had a bench. So let me tell you, I would not have caught anything except splinters.
Brennan, quarterback number 3, sets up 3-yard gain from the snapper. Hands off to the quarterback inside number 2 with yardage for Brennan. Picks up 5 on the play. The quarterback down by
Number 12.
finish number 12, along with number 7. Safety. Also 36, the other safety. Looks like on in on the tackle. Gain of a few down to the 30-yard line. Second down.
Oh, I like this play. I like the design of that play.
And that's enough for probably a Brennan first down.
I like that.
That's 5-yard gain.
It's a little different than what East Central does. East Central likes the jet sweep where the inside receiver or the flanker will come across the backsides of the offensive line. Brennan chooses to have that receiver run behind the quarterback, and they immediately go to an option attack. Old school college option, looking a little like Air Force. Hard to defend.
on the defensive back there. Jersey all tucked up into his shoulder pads.
Again, which will be a penalty on game day.
So you're right. We have seen the option play from both ends of the field, or Brennan looks like it'll be one of their staples.
It's a nice play. It really is.
In essence, 3 receivers to the left, but the quarterback goes right and
Flat.
Play. Looks like we were a little rough on the tackle there.
Maybe. Looks like a little bit of face mask. Oh, he waved it off. He waved off the flag. No flag on a play. Just got him by underneath the chin, tackled him underneath the chin. Good job by the referee to wave it off.
And the clapping of the fans, you hear in the background, guys, on the east end of your TV screen. That would be south end of Hornets Stadium. Hornets make a big play, advancing down to the 5-yard line. Let's watch the south end there for the scoreboard end of the field, right end of your screen. Again, these are both varsity squads. We just divided them up into 2, and they're playing 2 games this evening. East end, south end of the field. Quarterback sets up with a big running back to his right-hand side. Number 70, the running back for the Hornets. Snap to the quarterback. Fake today.
Oh, great throw. A little slant. He let him ride the perfect throw. The defender wrapped him up a little early. Flag on the play.
Lots of flags on the play. We'll see what it is. Probably the same penalty over there. Interference we're looking at.
I was fully expecting him to hand to that running back. That running back looks big. He's bigger than the lineman for that group. A lot of these kids, even though this is a varsity group, they're playing for varsity positions. Some of them will be moved down to JV for some further coaching. But in any case, this is really good action for them underneath the lights of East Central Hornet Stadium.
You know, we talk about that running back being big. That quarterback is no small fry.
He's big, too.
The quarterback takes the hand off himself and runs it in off the right-hand side.
Put his foot in the dirt, make a man miss, made a man miss. Touchdown Hornets. I'm having problems saying the word made.
Very humble. Ladies and gentlemen, is an English teacher at Heritage Middle School. Myself, James Brennan, I teach mathematics here at the high school. Glad to have you all here with us this evening.
Literature. Language. Eastern Central High School.
All right, we're back at the north end. Brennan hands off to the lone running back who squirms up the middle, rather powers up the middle for a 5-yard gain. Call it 4 at the 31-yard line.
It's amazing to me that you have 3 down linemen against defensive linemen against 5 offensive linemen, and those linebackers are still quick enough to fill those gaps. You would think that 5 down linemen could outflank those defensive linemen. Well, is it still a 3-4? It's just it's just that the linebacker came up to cover the tight end.
Whatever the formation, it worked on that.
That's correct.
Like a sieve through that offensive line of Brennan.
Question.
To the quarterback in no time for a quarterback sack. Loss of about early first contact is a loss of about 1. Scrimmage game, playing it safe on the quarterback contacts. Blow the whistle when the quarterback is first touched.
I think after this series is over, we're going to run a whole segment of regular plays. That's what it looks like.
Brennan going for the deep pass again. Credit the coverage on that play. The quarterback unable to get that pass off in time. Defense comes through. The defender, number 42 in the end zone, stopping that play.
Well done. All right, so what you just saw is that you had two sides of the field. Each side of the field had 12 plays of offensive defense each. I believe what we're going to see is the fifth segment. It is going to be live, a live clock for 12 minutes, I believe.
As you mentioned, our field goal attempt contested, and you see the kickers for Brennan out there. Well, in essence, just practicing a couple of 35-yard kicks.
That's a 30. It looks like a 30-yard field goal right there. It's tough. It's tough. Little fella sneaks it through the uprights. Of course, it's a lot different when they're not coming in your face, but it's still a little nerve-wracking. Parents are out here. Looks like there's a cheering squad out here. It's a little nerve-wracking. 35-yard field goal attempt right now. Snuck it over. It may have.
For a 35-yarder,
Let's see what the little fella's going to do.
Referees are at midfield with Coach Joe, other head coach of the Central Morris, talking about what we're going to do for the rest of this scrimmage. Brandon Oliver, our director of marketing communications. Do we ever get anyone to come through the head coach's name for Brennan? Sorry, I woke you there, Mr. Oliver.
No, what's really cool about it, you can see the setup that we have up here. All that cool stuff that he did during Superintendent Toscano's YouTube Live, and again our athletic department's YouTube Live sessions. Somehow he and his crew were able to squeeze everything up into our tiny booth. It is fancy. And normally it's not this fancy. There are monitors and all types of wires. Again, bringing you this simulcast of today's game.
I sent a plea out to all of you fans out there. We were trying to research at the beginning to be head coach of the Brennan Bears. And we asked for your help out in YouTube and Facebook land. Never got a response. I guess we'll look it up on the old internet and see that a little bit.
Now, we do appreciate Brennan being out here tonight, but of course, the head coach that matters for us is going to be Coach Hubbard and his staff. But of course, it's good to give love to the other team.
Coach Hubbard once again doing a great job with the young men here. Kids love them, guys. The staff here at Essential love them. I hope we have Coach Hubbard around for a while.
Agreed.
Crack research staff is Brennan head coach is Coach Basor. Is that correct, staff?
That is correct.
I apologize, fans. Like I said, this is our first podcast, our first live stream, and we kind of did it on the fly tonight. Didn't have our research available for us, so we're kind of running in the blind here. We're doing our best job. We hope we are enjoying, you are enjoying yourselves, that we are halfway entertaining you, and that you're enjoying the football game.
Speaking of which, it is now a 12-minute running clock. The time is going to be kept on the field. Again, quarterbacks are not live. It's going to be regular down and distance. If they punt, it's going to be an automatic punt, and the other team will receive the pretend punt on the 30-yard line. Again, extra point attempts will be uncontested.
Let me get by you.
So wait, Miguel, tell me, because Justin mentioned wide shot. So which one's the wide shot?
Oh, so we're both doing like a mixture of white shots and slow shots. You're getting that half of the field from the 50 to the right,
Running back number one.
to the left.
Big run by number 1 to the left-hand side, 10-yard gain to the 45-yard line.
Tadion Lott, I suspect, is the runner. But there was a flag. Looks like back on the 35-yard line, far side is a flag on the play.
And the players are bringing it back. What kind of penalty might that be?
Probably a hold. Yep, it's definitely a hold. Hold called against the Hornets. 10-yard penalty. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line.
So I'll do the 50 on the left.
Yeah, but there's only games we can do. So.
Okay, so I'll do a close shot.
Aston Brian Kelly. One of these days we'll get some rosters. Real season going here, and we'll call out some names for you. Doesn't matter at this point. Handoff is to the running back. And it's scoring for about 5 yards on that play.
I don't know. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. The ball was given to him deep, and he was running around a lot. But I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. It was 5 yards of running, but only back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down. Bosenko with 2 running backs.
Looks like double receivers, near side.
Bosenko hands out to receive the snap. High snap. Keeps it himself, goes left. Fakes the pass, and plenty of Brennan defense there to track it down. By plenty, I mean 1, if that's all.
But it looks like they had that play sniffed out. The linebackers started cheating up to the line of scrimmage.
That's number 10 for Brennan. We called his number quite a few times. Several good tackles. Number 10 looks like he might be a right side linebacker.
Little rover action a bit. But again, Brennan is not really big up front, but they are fast, and it looks like the defensive line is slanting through the line, running slants.
Trips right now, 3 receivers right for the Hornets, 1 left. Bosenko with the single running back to his right. Hands out for the snap, handoff to the fake to the running back, toss to your slot receiver, and that ball hits the turf behind the line of scrimmage, so it can scramble for us.
Well, it seemed like it was there was no call initially, and then finally the line judge came in and said that the play, it was incomplete. So it looked like it was going to be a lateral, but it just went forward enough to be incomplete. So now it's 3rd down. They're going to do the fake punt thing, and now the ball's going to be set, I believe, at the Bears' 30-yard line on their side of the field.
So by fake punt, we are actually pretending that we just punted the ball, and we're just going to walk it down the field.
So first series didn't come up with much for the Hornets. Had that big run by Tadion Lott brought back by a hold. But let's see what Brennan's going to do. Again, Brennan, I would suspect with all that option, I bet you this first play is going to be a receiver in motion, slot receiver in motion with an option look at the end. That seems to be their staple right now. Okay, so I think what's happening is that they're going to, instead of going back to the 30-yard line, the fake punts will be 30 yards from the line of scrimmage of the last play. So now the ball's placed on Brennan's 49-yard line.
First and 10, receiver in motion to the left, which sets down 3 receivers to the left side of the Brennan line. Quarterback.
Screen.
Play to the right. Hits the running back, and a nice gain, about 13 yards on the play. Nice little screen to the right side.
That is how you attack a defense that is going to be swarming to the ball. Essential was ready to play. You start off, hit them in the mouth a little bit, let them think that they're coming in, they're getting in or sneaking in. Screen gets you every single time.
First down and 10, ball at 37. Snap to the quarterback, hand off to the running back. Inside, big power run. Might have picked up one. Plenty of defenders there.
Looks like it was led by number 94, number 95, I think nose tackle. Yeah, that nose tackle did a good job stacking it up. Oh, no gain on the play. Yes, we do. Most important people, the only people that are actually taking punishment every down.
The quarterback runs right himself. Play action, handoff, run right. Quarterback gets a big gain of about 15 yards, more or less. We'll see where the ball is set.
20-yard line.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
Now, one of the things, again, they're supposed to take it easy on the quarterback, so you never know if they're just kind of letting that quarterback slip through, although that was quite a run.
Handoff inside of the running back. Stopped after a gain of 3.
Yeah, number 95 nose tackle on doing some work tonight. He's playing pretty good. Getting a nose tackle, not only do they line up over the center, but they usually get double teamed by the tackles that are just to the right and the left of the center. 95 is having a good night for East Central.
Quarterback number 3 takes the snap. Option play to the left hand.
Fumble!
There's the danger of the option.
Number 2.
Hornets recover the fumble. First down, Hornets, recovery by number 2. As I mentioned, Barry, with that little toss in the option, that ball's in the air and things can happen.
I think the quarterback was a little too early with that toss. He should have allowed the East Central defender to key on him, but he pitched a little too early. East Central was ready for the toss. Fumble, recovered, Hornets. Which is why a lot of teams have gone away from the options. There are too many potential fumbles from that.
Hornet ball now. Nope. Yeah. The Hornet ball, we are playing this real game now. Full single setup. Looks left to the big receiver. Anston Brian Kelly.
Oh!
Let's get it too. Off the fingertips.
Great pass. Only where Anston can get. Again, we can't say this enough. You have a 6'4" receiver going against a really small cornerback, one-on-one. He had no help over top from the safety. That should be a matchup that they can exploit all night. But, of course, it's a scrimmage. So people come in, people come out. But 6'4", whoa, it's hard to defend.
Brian Kelly takes a break this down. Steps back to the coach to chat. Fumble on a snap or a bad snap. Wilsenko goes down, and he's touched for a loss. He lost him about 13 yards. Back to the 10-yard line.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 11. Yeah, 12-yard line.
Bad snap. Wilsenko looked like he might have had a chance to recover it and do something with it, but he went down. Hornets in a predicament. 0.3, third down, 23 yards to go.
So, I don't know. Would you run? Would you throw? Would you play it safe? Oh, empty set, empty backfield.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield, as you said, Barry. Wilsenko surveys the whole field. Nice job by Wilsenko looking at his options. Toss to the right side. And not an accurate throw that time. In all fairness, that receiver was covered by 2 players.
So the ball's at the 12-yard line. They're going to do a fake punt. They're going to move the ball 30 yards. So it's probably going to be Brennan ball, 1st and 10 at the East Central 42-yard line. Yes, exactly what they're going to do. These pretend punts just go automatically 30 yards. 1st and 10, Brennan ball.
Once again, fans, we are limited seating here at East Central High School. I noticed that the seating is sparse a little bit in the seats or in the bleachers. That is by design. Of course, COVID safety measures are in effect.
Yeah, of course.
So we do have a great crowd here tonight, even though it is limited. I am actually surprised by the turnout here at this scrimmage game.
I am too. It's kind of sad not to see a student section, but hopefully some of the students will be watching YouTube Live to support their classmates, maybe sending messages to them, because I'm not sure if these are going to be recorded or not, but you can watch the game. Again, no student sections unless those students are members of the family of the athletes that are on the field, but you can still support through these YouTube Live sessions. Of course, you see them in school. You can send them messages through email, text, all that social media. Support these athletes, please.
Back on the field, Brennan lines up at the 38-yard line of Hornets. Two receivers left. Pick up on that thought about Facebook Live here in a second. Brennan, quarterback number 3, surveying the defense. Looks straight ahead, looks for a receiver. He scrambles to the right, tosses it downfield. Receiver. And it was just a jump ball. Receiver had his fingertips on it.
That was 47 on the coverage. That was a bad throw, and East Central almost made him pay. Again, the quarterback is wearing green. They're not allowed to really put a hurt on that quarterback, but he was towards the sideline. Looks like they let up. I believe in a regular game that would have been a sack or close to it. East Central had that read very well, but it did end up with a one-on-one, great coverage to save a touchdown.
I think all the fans on Facebook and YouTube. I've watched enough YouTube to know that I am supposed to ask you to click the thumbs up.
Possibly describe.
We appreciate it if you do that and watch us every week as we do this broadcast for you. Click the thumbs up to like and hit the subscribe button. Join us on YouTube regularly. I think there's probably something on Facebook to do something similar to that. What's the terminology I should use for Facebook?
I think he's
React and share on Facebook.
react and share.
We love you having you fans here. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast this evening. Barry Huff, to my left, myself, James Bryant, putting this out for you tonight. Brennan, quarterback, drops back, throws across the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for Brennan. That receiver was touched right at the point of catch. After that, he was
Little slant from the split in or from the flanker position. Some people who are familiar with those terms, use some old school terms, unfortunately, but it was still a great route, great throw. And unfortunately, a nice touchdown for Brennan. Again, all extra points are uncontested.
Why is it better that you use old terms?
Because I am old. It's okay to be old. There's no school like the old school. But the funny thing is, why is the old school considered old school? Because I could have sworn only 30, 35 years ago, my old school was still the new school. Actually, I played basketball. I was good enough to sit on the bench for East Central basketball. I played football for what used to be one of the middle schools, Salado, where I too sat the bench. And the appropriate plan for any bench rider is the announcing booth. That's the next step.
When we have a big cause, I'll share my Little League baseball. All right, here we go. Quarterback, Peter Bosenko, behind the line.
Oh.
Screen pass to the right to 2060 intended receiver. Guarded very closely by 37.
Little bubble screen where the receiver comes back. The ball just sailed a little bit high on Bosenko there. But again, another staple of this offense. Little bubble screens. We have the jet sweeps. We have a lot of runs inside the tackle. You're seeing that on full display tonight. Lots of shots, occasional shot down the field on posts, little fly routes.
It's the left side now with that little ball and finishes there right in the face of that.
I think that one should have been caught, but I think Brennan's sitting on that bubble route right now. They were coming downhill, ready to hit him, and that one just, I think he heard footsteps. Teddy Unlotti was looking pretty good tonight.
Players are in practice there, bro. Probably not the same numbers that we were in the regular season, but as we have been teachers of some of these fine young men, we kind of recognize some of their styles and provide time. So we're doing our best to identify at least a couple of them.
Teddy Unlock comes to us from East Central Legacy. Heritage. East Central Heritage. Ooh.
The first touch on the quarterback, we'll call that dead. Pursuit, penetration by number 35. Also, quite a few yards back down to the 25-yard line.
Looks like a 10-yard loss. And they're going to fake punt it, 30 yards. So that's going to be at the 45-yard line of Brennan.
Hornet Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, here on East Central campus. We mentioned a couple of times we have a newly refurbished field. Not necessarily refurbished, brand new altogether. New field surface, new track. Looks beautiful. Scoreboard looking great.
It makes me wonder when I see that field, are they going to have a band this year? Are we going to have a band come out and do things at halftime? Or will it just be athletes? I never asked that. There'll be a band. I've been informed that there's actually going to be a band during halftime. I wonder if it's going to be a full band.
Well, we've seen the bleachers when we do have our full bands over there, and they're fairly packed. We will need to abide by our 6-foot rule during our COVID measures. So,
Of course.
That's going to be tough to fit a full-size band there 6 feet apart. The band's going to work it out. We will have some sort of band here for sure. What's a Friday night football game without a band? Some of you come out.
Well said.
So, Brennan, hand off to the middle, up the middle, goes to the running back for a 12-yard gain. First down, Brennan.
There was nothing fancy about that. That was simply a dive where the running back goes in between the center and the guard. The guards opened it, had their backsides to the hole, and that was a nice, strong run. First down, Brennan.
Snap, the quarterback keeps it, and he's touched several times. This is a scrimmage, so we're going to call him dead at that first touch.
They have not been consistent with that. They let some of these quarterbacks take a lot of punishment today.
They have, and it's kind of hard to say what if this is a real game. What if you've gone that far to the line? We don't know. It's a scrimmage, so we got to assume that it's somewhere. Quarterback with one receiver in the backfield. Describe that setup on the left-hand side for me.
It's a bunch formation. We have trips. We have trips left or triple. Oh, in motion's option. Oh no, crossbuck.
So the receiver from the left-hand side goes in motion in front of the quarterback, but the handoff to the running back straight ahead for enough for a first down for Brennan.
It's almost like a distractor. But really, that play was designed to go to left the whole time. Sometimes you'll catch a linebacker expecting a jet sweep like East Central does, but ultimately that was just a straight power just behind the left tackle.
Same formation, a little wider out. The receiver goes in motion across to the right in front of the quarterback. Fumble on the snap, and once again, if it were a real game, I think East Central would have recovered that. Playing gentle on the quarterback that time, and we'll get it back to the bench. Trips right now for Brennan. One receiver
That's good.
left, a tall receiver on the left hand side, number 10.
I don't know. He may be. He might be. He wasn't. You're right.
Quarterback number 3 in the backfield with one running back. Takes the running back. Little
Oh! Almost picked off. Is that a catch? No.
That is a catch.
Oh my gosh. That window was really small. That was quite a pass. The defender was there. Great catch by number 10.
A little over the top behind the linebacker third.
A little bit. It was like it was just one-on-one. It was just a slant. The quarterback was backpedaling, didn't have his feet set, but made a pretty good throw, a strong arm throw. But what are you going to say? Good play, good catch. 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 ball at the 28-yard line.
Officials timeout. Oh, they're wondering if that was a catch. I bet you they're wondering if that was a catch. Oh, it was a hold. Was there a flag on the field?
I did not see a flag, but the officials were talking things over. Consulting with the Brennan coach, which would indicate a penalty against the Hornets.
So what they're going to decide is it going to be a catch or are they going to take the penalty? If it's a penalty, it'll be 3rd and 6. If it's a hold, it'll be 1st down Brennan. And looking at those chains right there, it's going to be 1st down. Oh, the official's still talking it over. This is a training session for the officials as well. So they're talking it over. The chain gang is not sure what to do. A lot of talk. Oh, okay, now we know.
So they'll mark off the yardage here. And with the yardage, of course, it will bring up a 1st down. Penalty against the Hornets. We have not seen what the penalty is for.
I think it was a hold, a defensive hold.
Coach Hubbard now talking to the officials from the Hornet side.
I'm not sure if you could see that with our camera angle, but you saw all the coaches on the sideline. They must wear masks. The athletes do not, but the coaches, the grown-ups on the sideline, the officials, chain gang, they must wear masks during the play of the game.
Single wide receiver now for Brennan, set up on the left-hand side. Quarterback drops back.
Oh, come on.
Quarterback's down. Loss of 5 yards at least, maybe 6. First touch at 5 yards. Set the ball at the 30-yard line. Nice pursuit by the Hornet defense.
Sure was. My enthusiasm got the best of me. I didn't think they were going to blow the whistle, but of course, we can't hear the whistle up here in the booth as quickly as they can on the field.
Second down, ball at the 20-yard line. By 20, I mean 30. Quarterback drops back, finds a running back over the top. Short 10-yard. What do you call that play, Barry? Crossing play.
It looked like the running back probably ran a circle route where he was running from the backfield around the left tackle, sitting right behind the defensive line, ready for a pass. Possibly a screen, but I did not see any of the linemen running with him. So that was just him on his own, going to get it to your athletes, make a play.
Trips right for Brennan. That's 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback looks left. Still looking left. Finds that receiver over the top. Pass complete to Brennan, receiver number 39, for a pickup. Enough for a 1st down. Put it down at the 13-yard line for Brennan.
So East Central was in a zone, a 4-deep zone. The receiver ran a post, ran a post, was sitting nice and open. That quarterback made the pass on time with a lot of zip.
Brennan quickly sets up. Fake to the quarterback, scramble to the right. Quarterback sees the receiver in the 4-yard line area, makes the pass complete. that receiver just running over the top, following the quarterback as he scrambles right as well, right?
Yep, like a drag route. It's called a drag route when you're coming up and you're just following the quarterback as they're rolling out.
Quickly again, we've got one receiver left. Load up on the line on the right-hand side. There's going to be a pass to the right receiver there.
Maybe run.
Oh, look at him.
Oh!
To the left-hand side.
They like
And
touchdown.
walking into the end zone.
Oh.
The right side of that Brennan line was loaded up. I was looking to pass all the way to one of those players on the right-hand side. But they walked
Was she looking free?
I don't have an official's pause here. Once again, fans, welcome here to Hornet Stadium on the campus of East Central High School. Glad to have you this evening for our first live stream via Facebook and YouTube. Barry Huff, my colleague here, assisting myself, James Bryant, on the microphone.
Yep.
For both of us, this is our first live opportunity via the airwaves. We do a little bit of announcing here at the school. Well, a lot of announcing here at the school and various sporting events. So enjoy what we're doing. We're giving this a shot on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. Barry, how you like it so far?
I love it. It's interesting when you call when you normally as a public address announcer, you just simply trying to be as quiet as you possibly can, giving a little bit of information. But with this here, you can give a little bit more, show what you know. For instance, Brennan on that last touchdown drive, it seems like every time they line up with trips right, they have a bunch from Mason just to the right side or the left side, usually the right side of the line. They're going to run an option or do a running play to the opposite side. I mean, it's the old Pittsburgh Steelers, what the Pittsburgh Steelers used to do the last time they won a Super Bowl. Again, trips tight to the right side, run out of it. Not really a throw, but East Central's setting up like we're going to throw, and they've tricked us both times. Very interesting.
Information on the note.
Interesting also, some of the people that are out there watching this on YouTube and Facebook. I found a name that's on
I'm gonna just
special
watching
to all
this
of us
live
that have been
stream right
around
now.
this
No
for
one.
a while. Can I send a shout out, Barry?
Send a shout out. Miss Zotz!
Miss Zotz is out there watching East Central football. Love having you, Miss Zotz.
That's Mrs. East Central right there.
By the way, if you need anything made, t-shirts, what have you, with glitter on them, see Miss Zotz. Love what you're doing.
Someone's gonna
Miss Zotz,
fall.
long time,
Yeah.
Black or yellow?
Black.
love you, Miss Zotz. Hornets, running back, up the
Love
middle,
you.
tackled, and a flag on the play.
I think that's a face mask.
Psychic.
Running back number 1 within the stadium.
Now they're gonna talk.
Now, what you're looking at is just one quarter of action. It's 12 minutes of action. After they're still determining if they're going to have a 6th segment, and that 6th segment will be a running clock. I think that we're probably moving to that 6th segment right now. This is going to be running clock. Oh, no, actually, that is incorrect. That's just a mark off for the penalty.
I feel like a turkey defrosting up.
It's
It's so cold in there.
Receivers left,
I love
right?
There's a post. There's a post.
Looks left, looking left the whole time.
Touchdown.
6 out.
Oh.
A little bit more on that pass. We would have had 6
I
more.
would have caught it. I would have. Oh,
Yeah, go
But
show
it's a baby.
go show
Oseco did throw with a lot of force there, but not quite far enough for the receiver.
Yeah, they don't want the smoke from the AV.
I don't.
It looks like there was a flag on that play. Everybody's moving forward.
I was explaining to my dad how like.
That's what it looks like. But I don't understand. I see a flag on the field at the 10-yard line, but they're moving past. It can't be that far down.
You don't even know.
Now, if this is NFL,
With the elite.
the flag thrown that far, you throw a flag on a pass interference, you get that spot where that pass interference happened. If it's more than 15 yards, if it's less than 15 yards, then they'll give you 15 yards and a first down.
My mom was.
That is correct. Just 15 yards. So 1st and 10 East Central. I would try it again. Look what they have right there. No one on the top of that big tall receiver.
The far side on this is
Playlist?
Ryan Kelly.
I don't know.
It's always terrible music. Or
Looking right at him.
like just really jumping everywhere. Like it's Taylor Swift and then it's like rap.
Yeah, they just need to
Kelly can
understand.
get open. He does get open on the little stop
Yeah.
route.
They need a vibe check.
And St. can't release it. Does get a good run out of it.
This
And
is
about 5 plays.
I don't think. Yeah, it wasn't like that for mine, but it's fine.
So what happened on that route, that play, the routes were, it was just a stop, a 5-yard stop, turn around, the ball should be coming to him. Wish they had had the option of going 5-yard stop into a fly, but that just wasn't the play.
Not supposed to record this.
We're trying to figure out if it's a timeout or if they're going to go into the 6th segment. That's a pretty long quarter. If they are going into the 6th segment, that is going to be a 12-minute running clock.
No, she should be with Oscar.
But it may not be because I see Brennan starting to line up, starting to spread out. Not exactly sure what's happening. Like they're preparing to say that the scrimmage is over. What we saw at the end of the freshman and JV scrimmage, the Brennan team and the Central teams met at the hash marks, the little half lines in the middle of the field, and they kind of clapped each other off instead of the traditional handshake at the end.
I don't know. Did she?
I don't know. Because I thought her hair was a wig, but I don't know. And I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
I want to be mean.
They don't shake hands at the beginning of the game. They just go to make court and wait for each other. So kind of looks like
Either
what
way, it
they're
looks
set up to do here.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just getting
It looks
their troops
real.
in line and
If it
saying, hey
was.
guys, we should
That's
be
all that
6
matters.
feet apart.
Yeah.
Let's get this.
Smart.
Because the players are back on the field now.
Poor girl. She's going through a lot right now.
Yeah. Right, we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. Let's do it.
They're called get back coaches. So the get back coaches, the middle school coaches are telling them to do that probably. Oh,
He gets past the defenders.
Where is
he lives to play another day. He knows that his first down, so it'll be 2nd and 10 as opposed to getting a sack. Did a great job making a play with his feet, as much of a play as he possibly could. Threw it out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Next play.
Oh my God.
Not a lot of interceptions. Puts the ball where the receivers can catch it. Nothing's there. Throw it out of bounds. Make plays with his legs. Good job.
Once again, fans, we apologize for not being able to announce your son's name tonight. We do not have a complete roster. In fact, we don't
I'm
have
embarrassed.
these may not be the correct numbers for these young men. We're doing our best just to call numbers. And in certain cases, when we know the young men personally, we go ahead and call it. But in any case, we enjoyed all the action this evening. Caden Bosenko, the quarterback, leading the Hornets right now against the Brennan Bears at goal. Since we're in black.
4th and 10.
4th down 10, ball at the 20.
It looks like the 32-yard line. So then they're not going to punt it. I think they're going to go for it, which is smart considering that Brennan did actually score against us.
Bosenko takes the snap, fakes to the running back, cross back. The play actually has, it's a draw play up the middle. Not sure if it was designed that way.
Woo! Dangerous pass. He threw back against his body, back into coverage. Anson made a play on the field. The cornerback for Brennan also made a play. Dangerous.
There was nothing safe about that. Like you said, back across his body a bit. But three defenders tight on this. We just talked about Bosenko making great decisions. Leave that out of this.
So it's fourth down. Ball. I wonder if they're going. Oh, I guess that's the end of the game.
And passing towards Brennan Bears likewise doing the same. And we might have a wave call this game. Coach Hubbard said, spread it out, guys.
I think so.
They're gonna play.
We're going to have a congratulatory goodbye or staring contest.
So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, say goodnight.
Who was flying the camera? Other than Jones.
I don't know.
That was cool.
That was cool. They left me. I've never flown it.
And that's how we'll end it, ladies and gentlemen. Line them up, say goodbye, and move along our way. At least that's the plan.
I hate that
Looks like
the camera's not
Well, it's cool though because I think that we have 3 games simulcast planned right now. October 9th is going to be our first live game doing this. I believe it's against Smithson Valley. Steele and Judson in like back-to-back weeks. But our first is the 9th, and then we have like 2 weeks off where the fellas go and play somewhere else. But then we're back doing this live.
We'd love to have you back. We'll get better at this.
Yes, we will.
Thanks for sticking in with us. Fans, we really did enjoy this. Great night of football.
Yes.
Of course, every night of football is a great night.
Truly.
Love watching it. Love seeing our young men on the field. Hey, parents, today's last day of the grading period. Make sure you check out Texas grading. Anything else, Barry? Close out the night.
Just a great night, great stadium, great fans, great support, great staff behind the scenes. Again, we've mentioned our director of PR, but we also have Mr. McGinnis up here. We have a lot of people working behind the scenes to make this right.
Also on our staff tonight, marketing communications director, Brandon. Brandon just got his last name.
We will have a script next time.
So Brandon, all of his staff, EC athletic director Suzanne Ariola. Thank you, Coach Hubbard. All of those involved that put this together, we appreciate you.
Those got 'em.
From Hornet Stadium, I'm James Bryant.
And I'm Barry Huff.
Good night, Hornet fans. Go Hornets!